Hello everyone, salute. Welcome back to Isadora. I hope you're having a good week. So today we're going to be talking about how to get your dream girl. Now, one thing I'm going to say before I start this topic is that first and foremost, you have to find your tribe. I've been told I talk a little too fast, so I'm going to try to take it a little slow today, but I'm also trying to be mindful of the time as well. Okay, so find your tribe. Now, if you meet a girl and you feel like she's your dream girl, but her love language is $signs, don't date her if that's not what you're looking for. Do you understand? Don't date her and then start to complain later like, oh, women are horrible, women just want money, women just... That's what she wants. We're not all the same. Do you understand? So you first of all find your tribe. Find a woman that wants the same things as you. So if you meet a woman that all she sees is $signs, and then you date her thinking she would change in the process of the relationship, that doesn't happen. She wants what she wants. So this is going to go kind of fast, but try to listen. Anyway, the first process to getting your dream girl is approach in style. So let's just say you're out and about. So I'm going to be giving like different scenarios, right? So let's say you're out and about, and see, one thing I've noticed about men is that they get a bit uncomfortable when a girl is amongst her friends. But trust me, that's like the easiest way to chat up a girl, especially when she's amongst her friends, because when your group setting naturally heightens people's insecurities. Do you understand? It's a natural thing in group settings. So if you say like a group of girls, do you understand, and there's just one in particular you really fancy, do you understand, and you think she might be a great person, so and you want to approach her, so the easiest thing to do is to approach in style. So what does that mean? You walk up to them. Now, like I said, in group settings, people's insecurity is usually heightened. Try to start up a conversation not with her but with her friend. Do you understand? And whatever you do, do not introduce yourself first. So what you do is you go amongst them, and see, women like real women. Women like a man that can communicate. So the best thing to do is tell them, let them know how difficult it was for you to actually come in between a group of girls. You understand? So you can approach them and say something like, oh, do you know how difficult, how comfortable it is to actually walk up to all you gorgeous looking women? Do you understand? Something like that. Let them know how difficult it was. What you're trying to do is make them lower their guards. If you're able to make them laugh, that's even better. Do you understand? And you compliment them, you talk to all of them. Do not settle on any particular girl. Do you understand? If you do, you seem cheesy when you start talking to another person, if that makes any sense. So don't settle your gaze on one particular girl. Make them all laugh. That way they lower their guards. Once their guards is lowered, it's called triangulating. Do you understand? So at this point, when they're all laughing, they are all kind of wondering in their heads like, who does it want to talk to? Do you understand? They're not exactly sure. By the time you now say to them, if you guys don't mind, can I just steal your friend away for a minute? Do you understand? And you settle your gaze on her. Like I said, people's insecurity, because of all that drama you had performed, do you understand? So everybody's thinking, which one of us does it really want? Do you understand? By the time you settle your gaze and you talk to that one girl, she's so happy, like she's the one you settled for. Do you understand? So you can just tell her, before you do, introduce yourself. Hi, my name is whatever. Do you understand? And take her just a step away from her friends, long enough to talk to her or ask her out or whatever it is. So to my next point, where you take her to says a lot about your intentions. What impresses people is how much effort they know you've expended on them. So this girl knows like you're not like a billionaire that is just ready to splash off money anyhow. Do you understand? But at the same time, on the first date, you're able to take her to like a fine dining restaurant. You have put in some sort of effort. You've tried to tell her how much she's worth, and that's what impresses people. Now, ladies, keep this in mind. If a man takes you to like a club on the first date, he's not trying to get to know you, he's trying to get to know your body. If he takes you to like a bar, he's probably trying to get you drunk. Now, don't get me wrong, you both could have agreed, let's go out for drinks or whatever, but really and truly, that's not for your dream girl. Like, drinks on the first date is like for friends. Do you understand? On the first date, you want to take a woman out to a place where it's not so noisy. You guys can have a conversation. So because again, let me say this, going on a date is not about sex. It's about you've met somebody you like and you two are trying to get to know each other. Now, to impress that person, because she's supposed to be a dream girl, right? To impress her, you're supposed to, the effort you expend on her is what impresses her. It's not so much about the food. It's not so much about the money you're spending. It's the effort, the foot you're putting forward on the first date. You're trying to tell her how much she's worth, how much she will be worth to you during in the process of the relationship. So, if it takes you to a club, if it takes you to a bar, if it takes you to a strip club, you probably should never pick his call again. Like literally, do you understand? So if it takes you to anywhere he would normally hang out with his guy friends, I mean, after the first date, you guys can go decide to go out clubbing. That's your prerogative. But if that's where he decides to take you on a first date, then he's not necessarily thinking long term. Now, for guys, so let's say you've made that effort and you've taken her out to this fancy, lovely restaurant. I'm going to say this. If she decides to take extra takeaway for her friend or to eat later or whatever it is, she's not your dream girl. If she's on her phone all through the date and she doesn't have a conversation with you, she's just on her phone posting pictures and liking pictures and whatnot, she's not your dream girl. That's the sort of woman that cannot hold a conversation. Do you understand? That's not the dream girl. If she doesn't, so let's say you've spent all this money on a plate of food, and obviously if it's a fine dining restaurant, it's an expensive plate of food. Now, if it's something she's never tried before and it tastes horrible and she genuinely apologizes for not being able to eat it, that's different. If she orders something she claims to enjoy, do you understand, to eat all the time, and she hardly touches her food, and you say to her, would you like to do a takeaway? And she says no. She does not appreciate your money, she doesn't appreciate your time, and she doesn't appreciate your effort. She's not your dream girl. Maintain your confidence. Be confident. Now, when I say be confident, I'm not saying brag. A lot of people equate confidence as bragging. Oh, have you seen? Let me give you a quick example, and I'm being quite mindful of the time. Like, I met somebody. The first line of conversation he said to me is, oh, look at my $40,000 wristwatch. He was showing it to me like on his phone, and I'm wondering, okay, did you buy it? I don't understand. Is that what you're wearing? And he goes, no, that's what I want to buy. And I'm thinking, but why are you telling me? Do you understand? So please do not brag. Bragging is not confidence. Do you understand? It's not about money. Again, let me repeat. Let me not say it's not about money, because it is about money. It's always about money. However, let me explain something. It's not about money you show off. For me personally, like, I'm not impressed easily, right? So have money, but have it for yourself enough to be confident. When you're in lack, when you're broke, it breeds insecurity. Let's face it, you understand? So like I said, when I say it's not about money, that's what I'm saying. It's not about money you're splashing. Have enough money for yourself to feel confident in yourself. Do you understand? So be confident. It's not about bragging. Just be confident enough in yourself. Do you understand? And that comes out. Do you understand? You will definitely portray that to the other person. Be attentive. Take note of the little details. Women love to be heard. I'm not saying let her chat on and chat on and chat on, but when she is saying something, try as much as possible to remember the little details. You would win her completely over. And if for whatever reason she's chatting on and on, you do like her, I mean, you really like her or whatever, but she's just talking and you're bored, rather than just yawn and go, or actually show that you're bored, I mean, that's really discouraging for any woman. Do you understand? So rather than show you're bored, you can smile and say to her, you know, I find it very hard to listen to you because you're just so beautiful. Every woman loves compliment. Trust me, you've won her over. Do you understand? Now you're not even listening to what she's saying, but she doesn't care anymore. Do you understand? She doesn't care anymore because you've been able to communicate that. Women love men that are able to communicate. Chivalry isn't dead. Now, what that means is, people think opening car doors and pulling out seats is so last season. It's not. Trust me, like I said to you, what impresses somebody is not so much how much you're spending, is not so much what you have, is how much effort you're able to expend on them, how much you let them know what they're worth. Do you understand? You let them know their worth. Now, Opening car doors for a woman, I'm not saying you have to do it for the rest of your life, or you can if that's what you want, especially in front of a friend, especially maybe on a date or whatever it is. You understand? It makes a woman feel special. Now, you're not supposed to do it like you're acting it out. You're supposed to do it like it comes naturally for you. So both of you are just having a conversation and you walk towards the car and you just casually just open the car door. Like, it's what you do all the time. Trust me, she will be singing your praises to her friends the very minute she gets home. So let's say the first date has gone so well. You have to keep in touch. A lot of men, this is where they miss it. So you've had an amazing first date and you don't hear from them for like 3 days. And for some men, it's a way of, oh, let me keep her waiting. No, for some women, it's a way of, he's not that serious. You understand? For me, I just think, he's not a serious person. But you gotta keep in touch. But you have to do it stylishly. Like, for instance, for some people, you can call her after she gets home and talk. But obviously, you really want to keep some sort of suspense. So when she gets home, you can just send her a message. It shows you're thinking about her. It shows you're thinking about her well-being. It shows you had a good time and you're trying to let her know that. Do you understand? So you can just send her a text message like, oh, hope you got home safely. Do you understand? Oh, I had a lovely time. Amazing. The next morning, you can just send her just a very short message, hey beautiful, or something. Do you understand? These are the things that women want to see. Some guys just miss it. Yeah, they have an amazing first date and after that they just miss the whole plot. Do you understand? Then you can start to do the calls maybe after work hours or whatever in the evening the next day. Do you understand? Just so that you can keep a bit of suspense. During that time, she's spoken to every friend she has about you. After you keep in touch, you have to think outside the box a bit. You can't do the regular thing everybody does. Do you understand? Let me give you a quick example. Now, think outside the box for whatever works for you. Do you understand? So, a quick example here. So I newly met this person. This was years ago, but somehow this particular incident stays with me. Do you understand? And I don't know why we're not even together anymore, but anyway, this incident stayed with me for a very long time and it was really special to me. So somewhere at some point I must have mentioned how I was trying to learn French, right? So one evening, we'd gone on 1 or 2 dates and then I think it was just one date, I can't remember. Anyway, so one evening I was at work and I'd received like a bunch of roses and a handwritten letter. Now I knew it was his handwriting. Don't get me wrong, this is somebody that is extremely busy. This is somebody that obviously does not have the time. He's hardly even in the country. He's always out and about. Do you understand? This is somebody that this is the kind of person that throw money at the problem kind of guy. Do you understand? He doesn't have to do anything on his own. Throw money at the problem. Do you understand? But I got a handwritten letter in French, do you understand, with a bunch of roses. Oh my god. Like, when I received it and I read through the letters, some I didn't quite understand, but the fact that he had taken the time, I didn't even know he heard me. I didn't even know he was listening to me when I said to him like I was learning French or whatever it is. But the fact that he had taken the time to write out like a whole letter in French, do you understand? It was so amazing. So after that, I picked up my phone and sent him a response in French, and he did respond like almost straight away. And I'm like, okay, is it Googling it or is it? It was so amazing. Do you understand? So think outside the box, whatever works for you, but you can't. That's why you have to listen to a woman. So my final point: after about 3 or 4 dates, right? She should be able to come out of the pocket. Then you know you have a winner. You know you have a dream girl. Let me explain. A strong woman wants you to know that she's not necessarily a liability, right? She's not a taker. Do you understand? She's not just going to be taking from you. Do you understand? So after about 3 or 4 dates, she should be able to say to you, you know what? If you guys want to hang out again, let's grab ice cream, eat on me. It's little, but she wants to pay for it. I mean, at the end of the day, you can decide you don't want her to do that or whatever it is. Do you understand? But a strong woman, a good woman, do you understand, wants to come out of the pocket. She doesn't necessarily want to be a liability on you. She wants you to know that some things she can handle. Do you understand? She enjoys the fact that you handle everything else. But I mean, some things she's able to handle.